On the eve of school registration, late at night, I discovered that my childhood friend had used my student account to withdraw my research assistant position. That spot was something I had fought for by staying up 3 nights in a row and revising my application 7 times. It was the only opening in Professor Chen's research team for the entire college. My whole body went cold as I called him. He was at the movies, with loud background noise. Oh, Sophia Davis said she really wanted to join this team. And since your account was still logged in, I just helped her apply for it. Anyway, your grades are so good. You can just apply for something else. Right. Don't be mad. It's just a joke. Sophia Davis, that transfer student who had begged Michael Brown to take her in as a little sister. My hand trembled as I held the phone. So, my future was something people could joke about. The next day, I didn't apply for any other projects. Instead, I submitted an application for a study abroad exchange. Michael Brown finally panicked when I found out the research assistant position had been withdrawn. I was packing materials for tomorrow's registration. On the desk lay a carefully prepared folder containing all my honor certificates from the past 2 years. Top student, scholarship recipient, outstanding student leader. Each certificate was proof of my effort for that research assistant spot. The college system showed. You have voluntarily withdrawn from the assistant position in Professor Chen's research team. I thought it was a system error and refreshed several times. The result was the same. My heart sank to the bottom. That position represented my entire sophomore year's hard work. For the research proposal on the application, I stayed in the lab until 3 a.m. To perfect my interview performance, I studied all of Professor Chen's papers. Now, it was gone. With trembling fingers, I checked the operation log. Michael, using your account, confirmed the withdrawal at 8:13 tonight. Michael, my childhood friend, my boyfriend. Why would he do this? We've known each other for 18 years. Since kindergarten, we've been desk mates. In elementary school, he'd share half his eraser with me. In middle school, when I was sick, he'd copy notes for me. In high school, when I felt lost, he'd talk with me late into the night. Now, he used my account to throw away my future. When the call connected, the background noise from the movie theater was deafening. Emily Smith. What's wrong? His voice was relaxed. So relaxed it made me want to laugh. Why did you withdraw my research assistant position? Oh, that. He chuckled. Sophia really wanted to join Professor Chen's team. She cried for a long time. And since your account was still logged in, I just helped her apply for it. Just like tossing out a piece of scrap paper. I froze. That was my spot. Don't get worked up. Anyway, your grades are so good. You can just apply for something else. Professor Chen's place is too exhausting. You wouldn't handle it. Besides, it's just a joke. Sophia said she'd thank you in person. Just a joke. I clenched my teeth. Michael, do you know how important this position was to me? I know. But Emily, you have everything. Why not let Sophia have it this once? She transferred from the South. She's all alone here and really pitiful. Have everything. What do I have? All I have is endless hard work. Reapplying after being rejected time and again. A sweet, coquettish voice came through in the background. Michael, the movie's starting. Coming right away. Michael responded. Then said to me, gotta go. We'll talk tomorrow. Don't be mad, it's just a research assistant thing. The call ended. I sat numbly in my dorm room, staring at the glaring logged out on my computer screen. It was just a research assistant position. To him, it was nothing. To me, it was my future. It represented 2 years of countless late nights in the lab. It was the persistence of verifying an experiment's data over 30 times. It was the starting point of my dream academic path. Now, it had been dismissed as just something. Early the next morning, My roommate Lily Johnson noticed something was wrong. She's my best friend and the only one who knows how much I sacrificed for that research assistant spot. Emily Smith. Why are your eyes so swollen? Did you cry? I shook my head and kept filling out the study abroad exchange application. Lily leaned in to look. Exchange student. Weren't you supposed to work on a project with academician Chen? Not anymore. Why? It's such an amazing opportunity. She widened her eyes. There's only one spot in the whole department. And you got it. I didn't answer, focusing on writing the application reason. My phone rang. It was Michael Brown. Emily Smith. Are you at school yet? I'm waiting at the academic building. Let's go register together. I hung up and continued with the form. 5 minutes later, Michael appeared outside the dorm, texting me non-stop. Why aren't you answering? Still mad. I said it was a joke. Stop messing around. Come down. I turned off my phone and went with Lily to the International Exchange office. On the way, Lily couldn't help asking, what's really going on? Did you and Michael fight? I paused for a moment. He used my account to withdraw my research assistant position. Lily stopped walking. What? He gave it to Sophia Davis. That transfer student. Lily's voice sharpened. Is Michael crazy? I smiled bitterly. He said it was a joke. Lily trembled with anger. A joke. That's your future. To him, my future is just a joke. The staff member working there looked at my transcript and exclaimed, Emily, you're the top of your class. Right. Why are you considering an exchange? I want to see the world. I said calmly. That's great. There's an opening at MIT that's perfect for you. But it requires a lot of materials, are you sure? Yes. After finishing the paperwork, Michael was blocking the exit. His face grim. He wore the white t-shirt I bought him. The one I picked out specially for his birthday. Seeing it now only made it sting. Emily, what do you mean by this? I tried to walk past him. He grabbed my arm. Applying for an exchange. Are you insane? Let go. I want. Explain why you're leaving. Is it over some lousy research assistant position? A lousy research assistant position. He said it again. Lily couldn't stand it anymore. Michael. That's not some lousy position, it's the opportunity Emily stayed up countless nights to earn. Michael frowned. What's it to you? What's it to me? I see every day how hard Emily fights for that spot. What about you? What are you doing? Lily angrily said. Oh, I get it. You're watching a movie with your southern sister. Michael's face changed. Lily. Don't talk nonsense. Sophia is just my sister. Sister. Lily sneered. Which sister cries every day asking her brother for help? Which brother would sacrifice his girlfriend's future to make his sister happy? Which brother would choose to watch a movie with his sister when his girlfriend needs him the most? Just then, a soft and delicate voice sounded. Michael. Sophia appeared. She was wearing a white dress today, with long hair falling over her shoulders. Looking extremely pitiful. Exactly the same as when I first saw her. It was 3 months ago. On the first day of her transfer. She timidly stood at the classroom door. Tears in her eyes. Teacher. I'm Sophia. I transferred from the South. Her voice was very soft. With the unique softness of the South, all the boys in the class were stunned. Including Michael. I even joked about him being a pervert back then. How ironic it seems now. Emily is here too. She said timidly, looking at me. Sorry. I didn't know Michael would do that. Didn't know. I almost burst out laughing. If you don't want me to be here, I can back off, she said, and her eyes started to turn red. What great acting skills. Michael immediately stood in front of her to protect her. Sophia. It's not your fault. You don't have to back off. He then turned to look at me. Emily. Look. Sophia has already apologized. Let's just let it go. Let it go. I looked at them and suddenly felt it was so ridiculous. Sophia. You're really good at acting. I said. Sophia was stunned for a moment. and tears instantly rolled down. Emily. What? What do you mean? You know exactly what I mean, I said coldly. You've had your eyes on Michael since the day you transferred here. Right. First, you cried about missing home and asked him to be your brother. Then you gradually took up all his time. And finally, you even dared to mess with my future. Sophia trembled all over. I didn't. I really didn't. Whether you did or not, we both know it clearly, I said, looking at Michael. But the saddest thing is that someone is being taken advantage of and still helping to count the money. Michael got angry. Emily, that's enough. Sophia has never had any bad intentions. You're just being too petty. It's just an assistant researcher position. Do you really have to insult her like this? It's just an assistant researcher position. He said this sentence again. This sentence was like a thorn, stabbing deep into my heart, making me want to cry. I took a deep breath. Michael. How long have we known each other? 18 years. He didn't understand why I was asking this. 18 years. I repeated. But you don't know how important this assistant researcher position is to me. Or rather, you know. But you just don't care. I remembered Michael's reaction when I first mentioned wanting to work on a project with academician Chen in my sophomore year. Academician Chen. He's very strict. Are you sure you can do it? I have to try. This is my dream. Dream. He laughed. Emily. When did you become so unrealistic? Unrealistic. He thought my dream was unrealistic. I turned around and walked away. Behind me came Sophia's crying and Michael's comforting words. Lily Johnson caught up with me. Emily Smith. Are you really going abroad? Yeah. What about Michael Brown? I smiled. He has his Southern girl. He doesn't need me. But you've been together for 18 years. Lily. I stopped walking. 18 years of feelings mean less to him than a transfer student he's known for 3 months. What's the point of such feelings? In the evening, the whole grade knew I was applying for an exchange program. They also knew why Michael and I had a falling out. The group chat blew up. No way. Did Michael really give Emily's research assistant position to Sophia Davis? Damn. That was Professor Chen's spot. What's Sophia's background? Is she even qualified? I heard she cried all afternoon. And Michael felt sorry for her. LOL. The Northern X loses to the Southern girl. Classic story. Northern X. That word stung me. Ever since Sophia appeared. This nickname has followed me. Because Michael always prioritized her. And I was always second. He had to save her a seat in the cafeteria. He had to grab her a spot in the library. Even on my birthday. He was absent because she had something come up. I remember that night. I was alone in front of my birthday cake making a wish. The wish was, I hope Michael can always be by my side. Now thinking about it. It's really ridiculous. I turned off my phone and focused on preparing my exchange materials. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. I opened it. And it was Michael's mother, Aunt Mary. I was stunned. Emily, can Aunt Mary come in and sit for a while? Aunt Mary is a gentle woman who has been good to me since childhood. She sat on my bed, holding my hand. Aunt Mary heard you and Michael had a conflict. I was silent. Is it because of that transfer student? She sighed. Emily, don't blame Michael. He just feels sorry for others. That girl is indeed pitiful. Her parents divorced. She came from the South alone. Has no one to turn to. Michael has been kind-hearted since he was little. He can't bear to see others suffer. I lowered my head. Aunt Mary. He used my account to withdraw my research assistant position. Aunt Mary was taken aback. What? It's Professor Chen's project. I worked on it for a year. Finally got it. He withdrew it and gave it to Sophia Davis. Aunt Mary's face changed. How could he do that? She stood up to leave. I'll go talk to him. Aunt Mary. I held her back. Forget it. How can I forget it? This is your future. It's already withdrawn. It can't be changed. I smiled bitterly. And he thinks it's just a joke. Aunt Mary's eyes reddened. Emily. It's Aunt Mary's fault for not raising him right. It's not your fault. She wiped her tears. Are you really going abroad? Yeah. Changing environments might be good. Then, what about Michael? You grew up together. I was silent for a long time. Aunt Mary. Some paths can only be walked alone. After Aunt Mary left, I sat by the window, watching the phoenix tree downstairs. The leaves had turned yellow and were falling one by one, just like my relationship with Michael Brown. It was withering bit by bit. I remembered when we were kids playing under that tree. Back then, Michael would save the best candies for me. He'd be the first to help me up when I fell. He'd frantically wipe my tears when I cried. Now, he'd sacrifice my future without hesitation for a transfer student. People really do change. Or maybe this is who they've always been. I just lived in a fairy tale, unwilling to admit it. Michael finally realized I was serious. He started searching for me frantically. But I avoided him. Until the college gathering on Friday. We inevitably ran into each other. It was our farewell party for the graduating class. And everyone came. I didn't want to attend. But Lily Johnson dragged me along. You can't skip it because of Michael. Why should you? The gathering was held at a restaurant near campus. Lily and I found a corner table and sat down. As soon as Michael saw me, he walked over immediately. He came right up to me in front of everyone. Emily, we need to talk. There's nothing to talk about. Emily Smith. He raised his voice. How long are you going to keep this up? The room fell silent instantly. Everyone stared at us. Me keep it up. I found it laughable. Michael, who was the one who messed with someone else's things first? I said I'd make it up to you. If Professor Chin doesn't work out, I'll put in a word for you with other professors. No need. Just then, Sophia Davis walked over with 2 drinks. Michael, here you go. She saw me and immediately put on a timid expression. Emily's here too. Michael took the drink and naturally patted her head. Sophia, go over there for now. That intimate gesture infuriated everyone present. Damn. Patting another girl's head right in front of his girlfriend. Emilis really got it rough. Definitely an ex from the north. Lily stood up. Michael, have you no shame? What's it to you? Michael snapped impatiently. It is to me. Emilis, my friend. Lily retorted angrily. Do you even know how much she's sacrificed for you? Waking up at 6 a.m. every day to save you a seat in class. What were you doing? Sleeping. Staying up past midnight before finals to organize study notes for you. What were you doing? Shopping with your southern sweetheart. Where were you when she was sick in the hospital? That last question stunned Michael. I tugged at Lily. Stop it. No, I won't. Lily's eyes reddened. Last semester, Emily was hospitalized with acute appendicitis. Writhing in pain on the bed. She called you over a dozen times. And you didn't answer a single one. Do you know why? Because you were celebrating Sophia's birthday. The whole room erupted in gasps. Michael turned pale. I didn't know. Of course you didn't. Lily sneered. Because in your heart, Emily always comes last. She can wait for you forever. Understand you forever. Forgive you forever. But Michael Brown, she is human too. She gets tired. She feels pain. She gets disappointed. I recalled that night. Enduring the torment alone in the hospital. Waves of pain washed over me as I curled up on the hospital bed. Repeatedly dialing Michael's number. But no one answered. The nurse asked me, "Where's your family?" I said, "He's busy." The nurse asked again. "Friends?" I said, "They're all busy." Finally, I signed my own name on the surgery consent form. After waking up from surgery, I was alone in the hospital room. The clock on the wall pointed to 3 in the morning. The entire hospital was silent, with only the sound of my heartbeat echoing in the darkness. In that moment, I felt abandoned by the whole world. The next morning, Michael finally replied to my message. What happened last night? My phone died. Died. What a perfect excuse. And I had already been discharged. The gathering ended unhappily. I pulled the emotionally agitated Lily Johnson away, and Michael chased after us. Emily, wait. I stopped walking. He ran up to me, panting. That hospital stay. I'm sorry. I really didn't know. What does knowing now change? I looked at him calmly. I can make it up to you. Make it up. I laughed. Michael, you always talk about compensation. But some things can't be compensated. Like my research assistant position. Like that night I was alone in the hospital, writhing in pain until I collapsed. Like my 18 years of feelings for you. Trampled so easily. He was speechless. Sophia Davis ran out then, crying pitifully. Michael, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. If it weren't for my birthday, you wouldn't have missed Emily's call. Watching her superb acting skills, I applauded sincerely. Sophia, you really should go into acting. She froze. It's always like this, first playing weak, then blaming yourself, and finally making Michael feel sorry for you. I said coldly. Masterful tactics. I didn't. She trembled. Whether you did or not, everyone can see it. I turned to Michael. Only some people can't. Michael shielded Sophia. Emily, can you stop targeting Sophia? She really didn't do anything. Yeah, she didn't do anything. I sneered. She just happened to ask you out on my birthday. Just happened to have her birthday when I was sick. Just happened to take a liking to my research assistant position. So many coincidences. What a coincidence. Sophia cried harder. Emily, if you hate me, come at me. Don't make things hard for Michael. I'm making things hard for him. I almost burst out laughing. Michael scowled. Enough, Emily Smith. If you keep being unreasonable like this, we're breaking up. The room fell silent. Those words felt like a sharp slap across my face. So in his mind, all my hurt and anger were just me making a scene. I remembered back in childhood, when we pinky swore. What he said. We'll be friends forever. In high school. On my birthday. He said. Emily, I'll always be with you. In college. When he first held my hand. He said. I like you. Let's be together. Now. He said he wanted to break up. Because of my unreasonable demands. Okay. I said softly. Michael Brown was stunned. What did you say? I said okay. Let's break up. I raised my head, looking straight into his eyes. Anyway, I'm going abroad soon. You're serious. He couldn't believe it. Of course. I turned and walked away. Michael, these 18 years. I'm tired. From behind came his voice. Emily Smith. Don't regret it. Regret. I already regretted it. I regretted putting all my emotions on one person for the past 18 years. I regretted not seeing his true nature sooner. I regretted wasting so much time. But now, I was going to live for myself. The news of the breakup quickly spread throughout the entire college. Everyone was discussing why this pair of childhood sweethearts had come to this point. Some felt sorry for me. Some thought I was making a big deal out of nothing. But I didn't care anymore. I threw myself into preparing for the exchange application. I had to take the TOEFL, write a personal statement, and prepare recommendation letters. Each one required a lot of time and effort. But I felt an unprecedented sense of fulfillment. This fulfillment came from fighting for my own future. Not for anyone else. Just for myself. Michael tried to win me back. But I refused to see him. He waited downstairs at the dorm. Sometimes for hours. My roommates couldn't bear it. Emily, maybe you should go down and see him. I shook my head. No need. But he's been waiting for 3 hours. That's his choice. I went back to reading. Until one late night. It started pouring rain outside. Lily Johnson pushed open the door. Michael is still downstairs. Drenched to the bone. I kept reading. Emily. Lily. Some things can't be solved by getting soaked in the rain. Lily sighed and stopped trying to persuade me. The next day, I heard Michael had a fever and was hospitalized. His mother called me. Emily, Xiao Qin has been calling your name. Can you come see him? I was silent for a moment. I'm sorry. After hanging up, I couldn't describe the feeling in my heart. Once, he was my whole world. I would have done anything for him. But now, I was tired. Maybe from the very beginning. This relationship was unequal. I loved him more than I loved myself. And he was just used to my presence. Used to my efforts. Used to me always waiting there for him. Now, I wasn't waiting anymore. After the midterm exams, I received an interview notice from MIT. This meant I was one step closer to studying abroad. On the day of the interview, I wore formal attire and was full of confidence. The professor asked me why I wanted to study abroad. I said, because I want to see a bigger world and find out where my limits are. I want to become an independent person, not relying on anyone. Only on myself. The professor nodded in satisfaction. After the interview, I walked out of the building and saw Michael Brown standing at the door. He had lost a lot of weight. His eyes were bloodshot, with a stubbly beard. He no longer looked like the heartthrob he once was. Congratulations, he said hoarsely. I nodded and prepared to leave. Emily Smith. He called out to me. I know you hate me, but can you give me 5 minutes? I looked at my watch. 3 minutes. He smiled bitterly. I went to find Professor Chen, begging him for another spot. He refused. I wasn't surprised. Professor Chen hates people who go back on their word. I also went to other professors. They were all willing to accept you. He said urgently, Emily, you don't need to go abroad. Stay here. Okay. Why should I stay? Because I need you. I laughed. Michael, you don't need me. You're just used to my presence. No, he said excitedly. I love you. Since childhood, I've only loved you. What about Sophia Davis? She's just a sister. A sister you used my future to please. He had no answer. Michael, do you know? Loving someone means feeling heartache for them. Feeling heartache when you see them staying up late. Feeling heartache when they're sick. Feeling even more heartache when they lose opportunities. But you only say it's okay. It doesn't matter. Just a joke. That's not love. That's taking it for granted. I took a deep breath. Time's up. Goodbye. He tried to follow me, but I was already far away. Behind me came his shout. Emily, I regret it. I really regret it. Regret. It's too late to say regret now. If he could have considered my feelings more back then. If he could have valued my future more. If he could have been by my side when I was sick. But there are no ifs. Life can't be redone. Love can't be redone. The exchange application was approved smoothly. I started handling various procedures to prepare for studying abroad next spring semester. After the news spread, many people came to congratulate me. Emily, MIT. That's amazing. You'll be an overseas returnee in the future. Remember to bring us gifts. I thanked them one by one. Feeling better than ever before. This was an opportunity one earned through my own efforts. No one could take it away. Sophia Davis came to see me once. This time, she didn't pretend to be pitiful but showed her true colors. Emily Smith. You won, she said coldly. Win what? Michael Brown is now full of you. Whatever I say he won't listen. I found it amusing. That's between you two. Don't get too cocky. She snapped viciously. So what if you go to America? I'm still here, and being close gives me the edge. Whatever, I said indifferently. Michael is an adult. And it's his freedom to choose whoever he wants. Sophia Davis froze, clearly not expecting my response. You really don't care. Why should I care? I shot back. Sophia, do you think everyone is like you? Making men your whole world. I'm going abroad for grad school. Pursuing my dreams. Seeing the bigger picture. And you. What else can you do besides playing the victim to lure men in? She trembled with rage. You. Don't go too far. Too far. I sneered. Compared to stealing others' chances. How is this too far? Sophia. I'll give you some advice. Anything you get by leaning on a man can vanish overnight. Only what you earn yourself truly belongs to you. With that, I walked away without a backward glance. Later, I heard Sophia was kicked out of the team by Professor Chen due to her awful grades. She went crying to Michael, but had lost all interest in her. Without any use left, he dumped her fast. That's Lefino fairy tales. No prince and princess. Just cold interests and choices. As finals week neared, I packed up to head home for winter break. Michael's mom visited again, this time with a box. Emily. These are all the things you gave Michael growing up. He asked me to pass them on. I opened the box to find little trinkets. Handmade origami cranes. A scarf I knitted myself. Birthday cards from every year. And a faded bracelet I saved 3 months' allowance for. Each piece held my feelings for him. Now, they sat in a box, ready for the trash. He said, since you're leaving, keeping these is pointless. Aunt Mary said, her eyes welling up. I pushed the box back. Auntie. Tell him to toss it. Emily. Let the past stay in the past. I murmured softly. We've got to move forward. Aunt Mary wiped her tears and left. I gazed at the snow outside, remembering childhood days building snowmen with Michael. Those times were Sweethed crown the snowman with his own hat, tuck candy into snowballs for surprises, or warm my cold hands in his pockets. But people change. The boy who fretted over my chilly fingers now coolly wrecked my future. Whatever. Some joys are just memories now. Today, I'm living for my own path. For winter break, I skipped going home and stayed on campus to prep for my English exam. On New Year's Eve, I was the only one in the dorm. I cooked a bowl of noodles and ate while watching the New Year's gala. My phone kept buzzing with New Year greetings, and I replied to each one. Michael Brown sent a message. Happy New Year. Take care. I stared at these 4 words for a long time but eventually deleted it. Lily Johnson video called me. Emily Smith. Alone in the dorm. Yeah, it's fine. Peaceful. Don't be sad. Once you go to MIT, you'll definitely meet someone better. I laughed. I'm not sad. Really not. Just occasionally I think of this time last year, when Michael stayed up with me to welcome the new year. He said, Emily, next year we'll celebrate New Year together again. And the year after that. For a lifetime. Unfortunately, promises like this have a short shelf life. And human hearts. Even more so. But it's okay. I've learned to live alone. Eating alone. Studying alone. Facing the future alone. This is fine too. At least I won't be let down by anyone anymore. When the spring semester started, I had already obtained my visa. In another month, I would be flying to Boston. That day, I went to handle the departure procedures at the Academic Affairs Office and met Professor Chen. He recognized me. Are you Emily? Hello, Professor. I greeted him respectfully. I heard you're going to MIT for an exchange. Yes. He nodded. It's a pity. You were originally the most suitable candidate. I was taken aback. That student named Sophia Davis. Her ability is too poor. I've already made her withdraw. He shook his head. We need to be more careful when selecting people in the future. So Sophia had been removed. But it has nothing to do with me anymore. I have a better choice. Emily. Professor Chen called out to me. Study hard over there. Don't embarrass our school. Definitely. Walking out of the Academic Affairs Office. The spring sunshine was bright. The plane trees were sprouting new buds, full of vitality. I took a deep breath, feeling completely relaxed. A new life is about to begin, and I am ready. The day of departure finally arrived. Lily and a few friends came to the airport to see me off. Everyone had teary eyes. Remember to let us know you're safe when you get there. If anything happens, tell us. Don't shoulder everything alone. Eat well. Sleep well. Don't push yourself too hard. I hugged each of them. Don't worry. I'll take care of myself. Just as I was about to go through security, hurried footsteps came from behind. It was Michael. He ran over, out of breath, holding a bag in his hand. Emily Smith. This is for you. I didn't take it. No need. It's some common medicine. He stubbornly stuffed it into my hands. You're alone out there. Remember to take medicine when you're sick. Also, hey, race a map of Boston. I marked the Chinese supermarkets and Chinese restaurants. The security near MIT isn't very good. Don't go out alone at night. There's a senior studying for his PhD there. You can find him if anything happens. He chattered on. Like an old mother. I listened quietly until the announcement urged boarding. I'm leaving. Emily. He called out to me. His eyes red. I'm sorry. Really sorry. I know it's too late to say anything now. But I really regret it. His voice choked up. If I could do it over, I would never have done that. I turned to look at him. Michael Brown. Some things. Regret is useless. Like shattered glass. Even if glued back together, the cracks are always there. Our relationship is already broken, and I don't want to get cut again. After saying that, I walked into the security checkpoint without looking back. Behind me came his shout. Emily, I'll wait for you to come back. I didn't look back. Because I know, some people, once missed, are gone for a lifetime. And I won't give him a second chance. Boston's spring is cold. I wrapped myself in a down jacket and walked around the MIT campus. Everything looked new. Everything here is different from back home. The way professors teach. The way classmates think. Even the cafeteria food is a whole new challenge. At first, it was really hard to adjust. Language barriers, cultural differences, academic pressure made me break down several times. But I got through it. Because I know, this is the path I chose myself. No one to rely on. Only myself. Gradually, I started to enjoy life here. Discussing problems with classmates from all over the world. Doing research in the lab in the early morning. Running along the Charles River on weekends. I sent photos to Lily Johnson. The sunset in Boston is beautiful too. She replied. Seeing you look well. I'm relieved. By the way, there's something to tell you. What is it? Michael and Sophia Davis have completely fallen out. I paused. Oh, that's it. Don't you want to know the details? No, I really didn't. All that has nothing to do with me anymore. I have my own life now. My own goals. No need to care about those past people and things. Also, Michael asked for your address. Did you give it to him? No. I thought you wouldn't want to see him. Thank you. After hanging up the phone, I continued with the experiment. Life here is very fulfilling. With new challenges every day. I like this feeling. The feeling of living for myself. Time flies. And in the blink of an eye, a year has passed. I applied to extend my exchange time. And my advisor strongly urged me to stay for graduate school. Emily Smith. You are very talented. Stay. After careful consideration, I decided to apply for a direct PhD program. This means I will be staying in the United States for at least 5 years. But I don't regret it. In this year, I published 2 papers and participated in 3 projects. My advisor said, You are one of the most promising students I have ever seen. I finally realized that without Michael Brown, I can live well too. Even better. On my birthday, Lily Johnson called me on video. Happy birthday. She and the sisters in the dorm shouted together. I smiled and thanked her. By the way, Michael asked me to ask how you're doing. Lily said cautiously. I'm fine. He regrets it now. After Sophia Davis' true nature was exposed. He realized he had been deceived. Now he ignores everyone. Just buries himself in studying. Saying he wants to apply to MIT for graduate school. I was silent for a moment. Lily, can you not mention him to me in the future? Okay. Lily immediately agreed. After hanging up, I cut a small cake alone in my dorm. A birthday in a foreign country, with no one to accompany me. But I didn't feel lonely, because I know I'm living for myself. I have my own dreams, my own goals. I don't need anyone's company. I have learned to be independent. This is something Michael could never give me. In the third year of my PhD, my research made a breakthrough. My advisor recommended me to present at a top conference. That day, the audience was filled with industry leaders. I calmly introduced my research findings and received a standing ovation. After the conference, several companies extended job offers to me. Dr. Smith, are you interested in joining our company? I smiled and said, thank you. But I want to finish my studies first. Back in my dorm that evening, I received an email from my alma mater. They wanted to hire me back to teach. Dr. Smith, you are our pride. We hope you can return. I stared at the email for a long time. 5 years. The girl who was desperate after losing her research assistant position is now a sought-after talent. Fate is truly amazing. If Michael hadn't withdrawn my research assistant position back then, where would I be now? Maybe still in China, being an ordinary graduate student. Maybe still overly anxious about a glance from Michael. Maybe I would never have known that I could go this far. So, I should thank him. Thank you for his betrayal, which taught me independence. Thank you for his departure, which helped me find myself. Thank you for his hurt, which made me stronger. After earning my Ph.D., I still decided to return home, not because of Michael Brown, but because I wanted to bring back what I had learned. When the plane landed at Capitol Airport, it felt as if a lifetime had passed. 5 years had changed so much. Lily Johnson came to pick me up and stared at me for a long time. Emily Smith, you've changed so much. Have I? I asked with a smile. Yes. You've become, how should I put it, more commanding. With a Harvard Ph.D. How could I not have presence? I joked, returning to my alma mater. Everything felt both familiar and strange. The plane trees were still there but had grown more lush. The teaching buildings had been renovated, and the laboratories expanded. As for me, I had gone from student to teacher, from a girl who relied on others to an independent woman. This transformation filled me with pride. On the day of the induction ceremony, I spoke as a representative of outstanding young scholars. The audience was packed with teachers and students, including many familiar faces. I saw academician Chen, who gave me an approving nod. I saw former classmates, their eyes full of surprise and envy. And I saw Michael. He sat in a corner, staring intently at me. After 5 years apart, he had changed dramatically. The once spirited young man now looked weathered and worn. I shifted my gaze and focused on my speech. 5 years ago, I was just an ordinary undergraduate who chose to study abroad for certain reasons. During those 5 years, I experienced a lot and learned a lot. Most importantly, I came to understand a truth. You must walk your own path in life and take control of your own destiny. Standing here today, I want to tell all students, never place your hopes on others. Only you yourself are truly reliable. Applause thundered through the hall. I saw Michael clapping, tears in his eyes. But I no longer cared. His tears, his regrets, they had nothing to do with me. I had my own life to live. After the ceremony, Michael found me. Emily, he said, his voice trembling. Hello. I greeted him politely. He smiled bitterly. It's been 5 years, and you still won't forgive me. It's not about forgiveness, I said calmly. It's all in the past. For me, it's not past, he said urgently. Every day for these 5 years, I've regretted it, regretted not cherishing you, regretted being blinded by Sophia Davis, regretted ruining your opportunity. I cut him off. Michael, you don't need to regret anything. If not for that incident, I wouldn't have gone abroad or achieved what I have today. In that sense, I should thank you. He froze. Emily. I'm doing well now. And I hope you can let go and live your life well. With that, I turned to leave. Wait. He called out. Can I add you on WeChat? Just as ordinary friends. I thought about it. Then shook my head. No need. Some people are better left in memories. But Michael Brown. I turned to look at him. We're not who we used to be. What you're trying to win back is the Emily Smith from 5 years ago. But she no longer exists. The me now has my own life. My own goals. I don't need anyone to save me. Nor do I need anyone's company. I'm fine. Really. After saying that, I left without looking back. From behind came his shout. Emily. But I didn't turn back. Because I know that some people, once missed, are gone forever.